It's Tuesday, so we are a wee bit chill and all out there. Tuesdays are Toon Tuesday. We have the usual fare with wrestling report where we have raw results and the news. We have good news of the day, something to smile about, and we finish the day off with the perfect pickle. 5 4 3 2 1.
It's Toon Tuesday, so we have 1960s Mel-o-Toon's rendition of the classic Aladdin. It's not the Disney polished version, but we get all the bells and whistles. So let's enjoy Mel-o-Toon's Aladdin.
Many hundreds of years ago, in the land of Baghdad, lived a boy named Aladdin. He and his mother were very poor. So poor, in fact, that they often went hungry.
Mother, is there nothing else for supper tonight?
Nothing but this piece of black bread. Oh, how I wish your father were still alive. Now, who can that be?
I'll answer it, Mother.
At the door stood a tall, strange man. He wore a white turban of the purest silk.
Why, hello.
Aladdin, how are you, my boy?
I'm all right, thank you. Who are you, please?
Who am I? Oh, I forget you've never seen me before. I am your uncle.
My uncle?
Yes, your Uncle Hamid. I'm a famous magician.
Of course, the stranger wasn't really Aladdin's uncle. He was pretending. But why? Soon we'll know exactly why. Meanwhile, he performed feats of magic and showed Aladdin and his mother that he really was a magician. He made clouds appear and start raining. He clapped his hands and made thunder.
Now, Aladdin, I want you to come with me on a very important journey.
Where, Uncle?
To the most secret part of the forest.
They came to an underground cave.
Now, my boy, deep down inside the cave, you will find a lamp. Bring it to me.
Aladdin slipped down into the cave. Deeper and deeper he went. Finally, he came upon a lamp. An old, dirty lamp that looked absolutely worthless.
Could this be what he wants?
Suddenly, a strange feeling came over Aladdin. He felt that he must not give up the lamp, but keep it for himself. For a long time, Aladdin remained silent, refusing to give up the lamp.
I'll seal him in forever.
The magician intoned some mysterious words, and a huge rock fell into the entrance of the cave, sealing it off. Then he left, never to return. Poor Aladdin. He stood inside the pitch-black cavern holding the lamp and not knowing what to do. In the darkness, he stubbed his toe and fell heavily on the ground. Then, to his amazement, the cave was filled with light that flowed from a huge genie that appeared out of nowhere.
You called, Master?
Who are you?
The slave of the lamp. Whenever you rub the lamp, I appear to grant you your every wish.
Rub the lamp? Oh, I must have rubbed it by accident when I fell.
That is true, Master. Now command, and I obey.
Aladdin's first thought was for his mother.
My mother has worked hard all her life, O Genie. I wish her good things to eat and fine clothes and a comfortable home.
Your wish is granted, my master. Come and see.
In an instant, Aladdin was home again.
Mother, I'm back.
My son, look, a wonderful thing has happened.
And indeed, his mother was now dressed in fine clothes and lived in a fine house. Suddenly, there was a sound from the street. the sound of royal music. Aladdin sprang to the window and saw the Sultan passing by in his carriage, and with him was his beautiful young daughter. For years, Aladdin had secretly been in love with her. But how could he, unknown and the son of a widow, hope to marry the Sultan's daughter? How could he even enter the Sultan's palace without being stopped by the guards? Then Aladdin had an idea.
The lamp! Here, let me rub the lamp.
What do you wish, my master?
Take me to the palace of the Sultan.
Your wish is granted, my master.
Who are you?
My name is Aladdin. I love you and wish to marry you.
But how can that be? I am promised to another, Mephisto, son of the Grand Visor.
He rubbed the magic lamp.
What do you wish, master?
Form an army of invaders. Have them appear at the gates of Baghdad, but to harm no one.
Your wish is granted.
The Sultan's daughter saw that Mephisto was a coward, but still she thought she should marry him. Next, Aladdin had the genie change him into a helpless old beggar.
Please, Mephisto, I am starving. Help me. Help you? Get out, you lazy old man.
And the Sultan's daughter saw that Mephisto was cruel, but still she thought she should marry him. Finally, Aladdin ordered the genie, in disguise, to tell Mephisto that the Sultan and his daughter had quarreled, and that she had been disinherited.
Worthless woman! What good is she to me without her father's money?
When the Sultan's daughter heard that, her eyes were opened, and she refused to marry him. Soon she fell in love with Aladdin and married him instead.
Mel-o-Toon's Aladdin is a classic, 6-minute animated short produced by New World Productions in 1960. It is a vintage, minimalist adaptation of the classic Arabian Nights tale that features limited animation, voiceovers, and the music often taken directly from vintage children's records. One of the most notable aspects of the Mel-o-Toons was the narration by Ed Hurley. The plot. The beginning, Aladdin and his widowed mother live in Baghdad, struggling to find enough to eat. A stranger claiming to be his uncle, Hamid the magician, arrives. The cave in the lamp, the uncle, takes Aladdin to an underground cave to retrieve an old lamp. When Aladdin decides to keep the lamp, Hamid traps him inside. The genie. Aladdin accidentally rubs the lamp, bringing out a powerful genie. He wishes for food and a comfortable life for his mother. The Sultan, having secretly been in love with the Sultan's daughter for years, Aladdin wishes to visit the palace. He discovers the princess is promised to an unpleasant character, called Mephisto or Methistol. The resolution, using his clever wits and the genie's magic to create a harmless illusion of an invading army, Aladdin reveals the true colors of his rival. The princess falls in love with him instead, and they marry. Hope you enjoyed this fun classic because Mel-o-Toons has been a studio that has all been forgotten. Now for the wrestling report. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Wrestling Report. Raw results. The show is start off with Jacob Fatu face to face with the Usos and eventually OTC Roman Reigns. The onslaught leaves all gas no brakes. Fatu to want tribal combated clash in Italy. 1. Street fight. Finn Balor defeats JD McDonough. A stellar fight that was paced perfectly. Dirty Dom tried helping JD, but it backfires. Tables, chairs and all of the above. Finn Balor scores the victory. 2. Tornado tag match. El Grand Americano and Los Americanos defeat OG. El Grand Americano and Los Americanos Hermanos. A chaotic, but fun match. The fight took place all over the place in the best possible way. 3. Oba Femi Open Challenge. Brock Lesnar attacks Oba, giving him 3 F5s, so the beast isn't done yet. 4. Women's Tag Championship. Paige and Brie Bella retained over the Judgment Day. Roxanne and Raquel. Liv Morgan was interfering until being kicked out again. Paige looks awful and poor Raquel and Roxanne had to carry the match after the loss. Judgment Day continues to attack until Bayley and Lyra make the save. 5. Main event. Seth Rollins defeats Austin Theory. A well-paced match that was fun from bell to bell. Logan Paul interfered, but Seth overcame the odds. NXT preview. Keanu Carver battles Tate Wilder. NXT Women's North American Championship. Tatum Paxley defends against Lizzie Rain. NXT Tag Team Championship. Vanity Project defends against Dark States, Saquon Sugars and Dion Lennox. Main event. NXT World Champion Tony D'Angelo and NA Champion Miles Bourne vs Mason Rook and Cam Hendricks, and much more. Now to the Wrestling Report. 5 4 3 2 1.
It's the news that matters and wrestling fans swear to it, only Dave Meltzer refuses to watch or listen. As reported in the report, Brock Lesnar is back and that is problematic. It was noted he retired, but this just creates more confusion and hurts Oba Femi. If they wanted to play this angle, they could have used Clash in Italy where Oba defeats someone then have Brock attack. We will see how this plays out, but the bigger picture, it hurts Oba and the youth movement. Kim Laurinaitis, widow of Road Warrior Animal, has publicly torn into A&E's biography, WWE Legends. Claims the death was wrongly reported and limited her involvement in the project. We will see how this plays out. It was reported former WWE star Zoe Starks is going by her indie name while training with AEW star Brian Cage. Zoe Serrano the Purist has taken her indie name and is starting to get back into the swing of things. She's a star that can be valuable in both RAW or TNA, so hopefully this works out. TNA's biggest show Slammiversary has gotten the interest of Bayley. It has been reported, Bayley's bucket list is wrestling in TNA, and with the partnership still running, the role model can get closer to her dreams. Aero News, the success of Fairway to Hell, Tony Khan is looking to have a tournament in 2027. But it will actually be a golf tournament, so expansion of AEW viewership outside of wrestling. So that's all the wrestling news that matters. Hopefully this puts a smile to fans of the Squared Circle. If not, watch when we get back to the nitty-gritty. Now to the good news. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's good news. Tuesdays we want to make light of the cruel world that surrounds us. This image you are seeing, well, that has won Astronomy Photo of the Year. It displays a line dragon blood tree with a backdrop of arches of stars, creating a star trail, just a stunning image that should elicit good vibes. New audio treasures added to the National Registry. Taylor Swift's 1989, Beyoncé's single Ladies lead the list. Weezer's 1994 Weezer Blue album enters the famed list. Spike Jones and his City Slickers 1944 Cocktails for Two. Ray Charles Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music 1962. Reba McEntire Rumor Has It 1990. Roseanne Cash the Wheel 1993. And many others, so if you have a chance, watch again while listening to these masterpieces. So hopefully this put a smile on your face. Now on to the Wrestling Report. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Tuesday and we keep things light. And that means the perfect pickle. Today we highlight the positives of small family farms. Small family farms provide critical advantages for food systems and the environment by promoting biodiversity, sustainable land stewardship, and localized supply chains. Almost a lost art with kids not wanting to continue the tradition. They typically produce fresher, more nutrient-dense food while actively sequestering carbon and reducing the greenhouse gas emissions associated with large-scale transport. With all the waves of farm-to-table, small family-run farms are leading the way. Food system benefits nutrient-dense and fresh. Because their produce doesn't require long-haul shipping, small farms can harvest crops at peak ripeness. This limits nutrient loss and delivers better flavor and quality to local consumers. Health is always a concern. When small farms perform their role, this ensues top-notch quality which creates a positive domino effect. Crop agrobiodiversity. Unlike massive industrial monocultures, small farms cultivate a wider variety of crops. This genetic variety reduces the global food supply's vulnerability to specific pest or disease outbreaks. Small farms allow for biodiversity and ideal benefits. Food security and trust. Selling through mechanisms like community-supported agriculture (CSA) or farmers markets fosters transparency. Consumers build direct relationships with growers, creating more resilient, community-centered food networks. Safety through knowing the products and in small scale know the consumer. Environmental benefits. Soil health. Small farmers frequently utilize regenerative techniques, such as crop rotation, cover cropping, and composting, to enrich soil naturally without relying heavily on synthetic fertilizers. Maintaining one's farm the natural route, it works the perfect symbiotic relationship. Carbon sequestration. Practices focused on soil fertility, such as organic farming, help regenerate topsoil and trap carbon, mitigating the impacts of climate change. Before it was all the rage and cool. Small farm practiced in soil maintenance. Natural pest control. Diverse planting and preservation of natural landscapes support a healthy ecosystem, providing essential habitats for pollinators and natural predators that control pests without artificial pesticides. Instead of using harmful pesticides, the small farm approach was all natural and seek to not harm the land. Lower carbon footprint. Because food is distributed closer to where it is grown, small-scale local agriculture drastically reduces the energy and emissions typically spent on packaging, cooling, and transporting food across vast distances. The concept that is often neglected is the carbon footprint. As mentioned, small farms tend to keep things local, which subsequently has the most beneficial effects on both land, then environmental, then food quality, and overall maintenance. So, if you have an opportunity, help maintain the small farms within your city or state. The cliché, fresh tastes better, isn't just a motto but a reality. Have an awesome day.